Hi there. Hi there. I'm trying to figure out where to put this candle where you all be able to see it. See if I can put it on a box of cards. How are you? Were you still having headaches? Can you see this candle? Right here. I hope you can see the candle. Is that better? I don't want to blow out the screen, but I want to be able to have the candle. Hopefully you can hear me. No headache, just vertigo. Okay, yes, I see the light. Okay, awesome. Well, we'll wait a couple more minutes. So I put the candle over there. Now I can't see the comments. If I put the candle over here, now I can't see anything. So, oh, vertigo, so difficult. If you want, I can refer you over to my husband, who's an amazing pranic healer, and you can talk with him about that because I know he's very helpful with vertigo, so he may be able to help. So, hello, hello. Just wait another minute or so for others to be able to join us. And so today I want to talk about gratitude. Hi, Miss Bianca. So fabulous to see your name pop up, my love. This is my Bianca Brown, best paparazzi consultant on the west side of the country. I can say that, right? A little shout out to my girl. I want to talk about gratitude today. I want to talk about the things that come into our lives, that come into our body as stuck energy, stress, fear, hopelessness, all of these things that come into our body, that come into a place where we just we allow this, like, imagine like mold growing on your bread, right? Except that the mold is inside of you and you know it's there and you just let it keep growing. So it's really important that we take some time to clear all that stuff out. Oh, okay. So, oh yeah, I could definitely see where not having your ears be cleared out would definitely influence vertigo for sure. Um, so we get stuff, energy blocks within inside of us, and I feel like it's very important that we take time to say, where is this coming from? What is this trying to show me? And how can I release it? And so that's really where I want to go tonight for our meditation practice is, what is this, what is this I'm feeling? Where is this coming from? What is it trying to show me? Where is it in my body? And how can I release it? So I know it's a lot of different questions. But let me start with this. Do you all have any questions about meditation, about how to meditate, about places where maybe you're struggling in your own meditation practice, anything like that that we can start with? And I'll give it a second because I know the comments sometimes take a minute to catch up. So if you have any questions or any places that you may be struggling with your own meditation practice. And while I'm waiting to see if you have anything like that. I'm going to explain. We're going to do a guided meditation. I know last week I left you to create your own spaces, and I'm going to leave you for that tonight as well. A little bit of time at the end, but I want to walk you through a guided meditation to help clear out some of these things that get stuck in the body. So we will start as we always do. And again, if you have any questions, just throw them in there. But we'll start as we always do with our conscious breath, conscious breathing. There's different, um, a lot of different, names for this. I know Navy SEALs use this kind of a breath called box breathing. I'm reading a great book called Stay Woke about meditation. That is, he's got a STFU breath that he calls it, and it's the same. It's basically the same principle. So relax, but I don't always see the places described, and that's okay. So we had talked before when we were talking about the clairs. We had talked about whether you see it with your eyes. We expect that we'll see things with our eyes, but when we're seeing things with our intuition, with our senses, with the clairs, we're not seeing those things with our eyeballs. We're seeing them with the third eye, or we're seeing them with our, in the mind. For me, a lot of times when I say I see something, I'm seeing it back over here. And so it's not even in front of me. And other times I'm seeing it like in the center of my head, like inside my head. Sometimes when I'm looking at things, if I'm seeing angels or I'm seeing, I saw a woman's grandfather sitting on my couch the other day during her reading, but I saw him as I was looking at my couch, but in my mind, it was like I was projecting that I was seeing him on the couch. So it's okay if you're not physically seeing it, but if you are understanding it, if you're comprehending that that's the image that you are holding on to. A lot of times if they give me an apple, I'm not necessarily seeing an apple in my mind, but what I may be having is the understanding that there's an apple, the cognizance that there's an apple, and not necessarily the picture of the apple. So there's not a right or a wrong. So if you're not, seeing what everyone else is seeing, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everyone has different strength in their clairs. So if your clairvoyance is stronger, then you would see. If your clairaudience was stronger, then you would hear apple. So it's okay, however it's coming through for you. And even just understanding the knowing, the clairsentience, I just know that we're talking about an apple. I know I'm talking about my meditation space or the things that we're visualizing. Hi, Priscilla. Welcome back. Okay, does that make sense, Robin? So if anybody else has questions about meditation, we're going to do a bit of a guided meditation tonight. I know last week we worked on creating our meditation space, that place that we can go to in our mind, and we're going to do that. We'll leave space at the end. We'll leave time at the end to be able to do that. But tonight we're going to start with a guided meditation. But I want to make sure if you have any questions, if you want to say hi, if you have any questions about places where you may struggle with meditation, go ahead and throw them in the chat. And we're going to start in just a minute with our conscious breathing. And we're going to go right into this guided meditation because I really want to hit on gratitude tonight. I feel like with the full moon coming and the moon is in Cancer and there's so much emotional upheaval. And if you've seen the last couple of days, it's just like, whoo, like a roller coaster of emotions. And there's all kind of stuff going on. And I want to make sure that we are staying grounded, So we're going to do some releasing, and we're going to be talking to the energy in our body to facilitate that releasing. Okay. So if anybody else have, awesome, Robin, anybody else have any questions before we get started? I want to thank you all for being here. It means so much to me when I turn on Facebook and people show up. It's such, it just makes my heart so happy that I know I'm doing what Spirit's asking me to do. So I want to thank you all for being with us and sharing some time. So if we're ready, And if you have a question and it didn't pop up for me yet, that is so okay. Go ahead and type it in. We can answer it at the end. It is totally fine. So if I'm going to get started, please don't feel like, oh, I missed it. So I put the candle today in more in a place where you guys could see, where you all could see it. You can't hear or see me very well. Claudette, I am in the dark, so you don't need to worry about seeing me too much. Hopefully you can hear me. I did put the candle here tonight so you all could have a focus point. So because, and Priscilla's perfect because you're saying I'm having trouble staying present in the moment. So the candle, that's what the candle is for. So you can have something to focus on so that you can just keep looking at the candle. And we're going to do a bit more of guided meditation tonight so you can have something to follow. Okay. And especially when you're starting out, guided meditation is often more helpful. Okay. All right. So if we're ready and if it's safe for you to do so, let me make sure I'm going to hold my microphone closer to my mouth so that'll be easier. Hopefully Priscilla can hear me all the way across the world. And if you are ready and if it is safe for you to do so and you feel comfortable, please go ahead and just be comfy and go ahead and you can close your eyes or you can stay focused on the candle. Okay. However, it is going to work for you. So I put the candle there for you to focus on it if you want to do that. If you feel more comfortable to close your eyes, that is completely fine. Oops. All right, and we're going to start like we always do with our conscious breath. I'm going to put this so you can hear the music, but not so it's too loud. Hi, Doris, you made it in time. It's a good point, Robin. You might have to turn the volume up on your own computer. Okay, so we're going to take that deep breath in with our conscious breathing. We're going to breathe in through the nose as deeply as we possibly can, totally filling up the body until we cannot take in any more oxygen. So we breathe in and we hold that breath, hold that body full of oxygen. And we exhale out the mouth. Use the belly muscles to push out all of that breath, to push it out. So there's no more breath in the body, no more air. And hold empty. And breathe in through the nose. Fill the body, so much air. Take in as much as you can. And hold that full. And release. Exhale. Use the body to fully exhale. And hold that empty. And one more time, breathe in. We're filling the body with air and we're filling the lungs and really getting down into the cilia and the lungs to clean the air. And we exhale fully. Now the lungs are clean, the air is clean, our blood is clean. And we inhale again. And this time we inhale and exhale at a pace that's right for us. And we just allow the breath to move through our body. We allow the music to move through our body. And I want you to start at the bottom of your feet with your awareness. Bring your awareness to the bottoms of your feet and to just take a minute to scan up your body, starting with your feet, your toes, on your left foot and your right foot. And just feeling if there's any discomfort or anything that feels stiff or clogged energy. And we're just going to scan. We'll come back, but right now we're just going to scan the toes and our feet. And we just feel into these parts of our body and just say, how's it going down there? And we feel into our ankles. We give them a wiggle and just feel. How is it feeling in there? Is there pain or discomfort or stiffness? And just to notice. We're going to move up our shins and our calves and into The knees, feel into your knees. Is there pain or stiffness? And just to notice, we're going to come back and we're going to move up the body, move that awareness, that scan of your body. How do I feel? Move that up into your thighs and your hips. Just feel. If you need a wiggle in the chair, it's totally fine. And just feel. Feel that into the chair. Feel your body. Feel your belly and your back. How does it feel? And just make a note of any stiffness or soreness or pain that may be there. And as we move up the chest, we move up into the shoulders and the back of our shoulders. Just scanning the body, feeling for any places of stiffness or soreness. And we move up into the neck, and we move up into the back of the head, and all the way up to the crown. And let's not forget our ears and the jaw, and any kind of stiffness that we may be having in that area. And when you're done, when you've scanned your body, I want to invite you to bring your awareness to a beautiful light above your head and to allow that light to pour in to your body and direct it to any of the places that you noticed with pain or stiffness in the body. Any of the places that you're feeling that pain or stiffness in the body. Bring that light in. And as you connect with the first place where you notice the pain or stiffness, where the light meets, I want you to ask yourself, where does this come from? What am I feeling? And where does this come from? Does it come from an injury? Does it come from an argument? Does it come from guilt or fear? Ask yourself, why is this pain here? Why is this here? And as answers just pop into your head and thoughts pop into your head, don't judge. Don't judge. Just accept the information as truth from spirit, as truth from your body, and ask it now, what are you here to teach me? What lesson are you here to share with me? And as you get an answer to your question, as you get an idea of what this pain and discomfort is trying to show you, say thank you. Thank you for coming to my body. Thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you for trying to show me what's going on, what I need to learn. And as you've made a mental note of this lesson, of this teaching, of this piece of information, if you're ready, let it go. Thank you for coming to me, pain in my knee. Thank you for sharing with me imbalance in my ears. Thank you for sharing with me. I hear you. I feel you. I no longer need you present in my body, and I release you. I release you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing with me. I understand. I no longer need this reminder. I release you from my body. It's okay for you to leave. It's safe for you to leave me. And I invite you to repeat this process again with any other areas of pain that you may have noted in your body during your scan. And if you have completed your process, now is the time to move into your private meditation space, out of the body, out of the physical, and to move yourself into your private meditation space. What does that space look like for you? Is there a house, or a river, or a beach? Where is the place you can send your mind and feel instantly safe and relaxed, and instantly able to tune into your higher voice? Take time and allow yourself to develop that space. To allow yourself to define it, to decorate it, to create that beautiful and welcoming meditation space just for you. And now it's time to start coming back, to come back into the room and to leave your meditation space behind. But just for now, remember what you've created. Remember what you've built. Remember the lessons shared with you from your body. And as you come, take a breath, wiggle your toes, wiggle your shoulders, and your hips in the chair, and start to bring yourself back to the awareness of where you are. You're safe, you're relaxed, and you retain now the knowledge and the wisdom that was given to you from the pain and the discomfort in your body that shared with you the lessons that you needed to learn and the things that you needed to release. As you take one last deep breath, gently open your eyes and welcome back. And if you'd like to, go ahead and put any questions or comments or feedbacks into the chat. I'd love to hear where you were feeling things in your body, where you were getting guidance from your higher self, guidance from your body. Oh, no hiccups. Happy it's now and not before. What information were you able to get? Were you able to glean from pain in the body? I know sometimes with my shoulders, I get pain in my shoulders, and it reminds me that I'm not stretching, the music was much louder. Oh no, okay. Thank you for telling me that. I'm so sorry. I think it was closer to my microphone than where I normally put it because the candle is in this spot right now. I'm so sorry. I know when my shoulders are tight, there's something I need to journal. When my shoulders are tight, there's something I'm holding on to, like this. So when my shoulders are tight, I need to just release things and just let them out. And for me, the way I do that is through my pen, or through going out into the grass and speaking to my tree, my beautiful Nahawa. I know when I have imbalance in my head, Robin was talking about ears before. I know when I have that kind of an imbalance in my head, it's pointing to me an imbalance in my life. Something's out of balance. I find that with my feet too. When my feet are hurting me, if one foot especially is hurting me, then I know there's an imbalance in my life that needs to be looked at. Both hands on the area. Oh, that's wonderful. Doris, we have so much ability to heal ourselves. We have so much when you take your hands. I'm so sorry you're in pain. I hope that I'm so glad that you're better now. When you take your hands and you do like this and you rub and you can create that ball of energy that you can literally feel the energy in your hands. And where we come into things like Reiki and energy healing and laying on of hands is when we bring that divine light, that light of love and peace, and we just envision that light coming down from above and coming through the top of our head and down through the center of our head and neck, splitting at the shoulders and coming down the arms into our hands, and then we put our hands on the place of pain. You can do that for your own self. You can do that for any part of your body, especially headaches, or you can do that and you envision that beautiful light of love coming down into the head, down the neck, split the shoulders, down the arms, and out through the hands. Open your palm chakras first so you can feel that, and send that energy like the the emperor in Star Wars where he sends the energy out of his hands, right? But we want good energy, good lightning, good energy coming out, where we are able to put that energy on the body and feel. I remember I asked a friend one day, my shoulder was hurting me. I had had a shoulder injury in my shoulder, and I said, I need you to do me a favor. And it's just the two of us, there was no one else to ask. I said, think for me how much our friendship means to you and how much you care about me as your friend. And then allow that light of love and energy to come from above and to come through your body and into your hands, and put your hands on my shoulder. And it healed my shoulder. My shoulder stopped hurting in just a minute. And it's amazing that we can do that for ourselves. I think where I was, I think I couldn't quite get it for myself. And so I had asked for his help to put his hand on my shoulder. And it was just a wonderful experience to be able to share that with another person, and to be able to know that we can do that for someone else, and to know that we can do that for ourselves. What a beautiful thing to be able to take that light of love and amplify it in the heart with the love that we feel for that person, and channel that energy out through our palm chakras and our fingertip chakras, and be able to put that out and offer healing to someone that we care about. What an amazing gift it is that we have to heal ourselves and to heal others. And I do that on my knee a lot because I'm having trouble with my knee. Finally broke down and made an appointment to go see the doctor. It's really resistant because I've been doing all the healing, and it is better, but it's not. I think I need some higher help. So anybody else want to share? Or were there any questions? And how were your space, your meditation space that you were creating, how did that feel tonight versus last week? I would love to hear any of your comments. And if there are things that you would like to do going forward, if we would like to have a certain kind of a guided meditation. I know we've done abundance, and we've done releasing and cleaning and clearing, and today we did pain. If there are any other things we'd like to put into a meditation, we can meet spirit guides, we can go into Akashic records. There's so many amazing things that we can do. And one of the reasons that I want to really encourage you to create that meditative space, that place you can go to in your mind, is that each time we sit into the meditation, it will be easier for you to sink into it. As you create that space, create that safe space, it will be easier and easier for you to sink into it and to really find your way back to that place. And when you get distracted by a noise or something like that, you can come back to that space. Because it's important for us to learn to meditate. We think it always has to be silent, but it doesn't. And because a lot of times it isn't. If you're meditating in your car, or while you're jogging or walking your dog, or if you're, on a train. Okay, let me hold my little headphones closer to you. I know when we do meditations, I try and speak so softly so that I don't disturb you while you're meditating. I'm so sorry, Sar. But I'm delighted that you are here. What a wonderful gift to have so many people from so many places to join us tonight. So my goal is over the weeks, as we are building up meditation awareness, we're building up different skills, we're experiencing different kinds of meditations, and to really create that meditative space where you can go to in your mind. Because once we have that ability to really hold that focus, we have so much more ability to go into other places, like meeting our spirit guides through meditation, even seeing past lives through our meditation. And we can also do moving into our own Akashic records and experiencing and exploring into our own Akashic records. So there are so many wonderful things that we can do through the meditation once we have a solid base practice where we can hold a meditation. Those meditations would be longer. So if we can get to a place where we're holding the meditation for 20, 30 minutes, and we are in staying connected and tied in, we can do some really interesting and exciting things. So if there are things that you would like to have put on the schedule for coming weeks, please let me know. And we are going to continue to build and build to go in those directions. So I really love hearing what it is that you need and what it is that you want to be getting out of this weekly practice. And I'm looking forward to extending this as we're getting a little more solid in our meditation, that we can go a little longer. And then we'll be able to move forward and do some more interesting things. So, are there any other comments or questions? And I'm sorry that my balance of my music and my voice were a little off tonight, and that people were struggling with that. Meditation definitely helps with fibromyalgia. Absolutely. And Doris, anytime that you are having those pains, because I know with fibro, it can just be in lots of different places, to take the time and ask the pain to leave. I should have Robert on as a guest. That's a really good idea. Ask the pain to leave. Thank it for coming into your body. I think sometimes we get so tied up with pain in our body, especially when it comes to pain, we grip onto it. If you ever have noticed, like when we get a headache or something, we just kind of struggle through it, waiting for the medicine or the Motrin to kick in. And we just grit it, to gut it out. Just like, I just got to get through the day, and then I'll go lay down or have a glass of wine or whatever. And we gut it out. And we do that. We grip in our body, and we make it tight in the body, and we're holding on, and we're holding on to what we don't want in the body, rather than saying, okay, you're hitting me right here. What is it that you're trying to tell me? Because, sometimes we get headaches here and here and here and here and all different places, but you're hitting me right here. So what is it? What is it you're trying to tell me? Who do I need to call? What did I forget? What aspect of my life am I banging my head against the wall? Like, what is it that is going on with me right here? And I just sit quietly. And it might take a minute or two. And then some person, some name, some thought, some project, something will pop into my head. I'm like, oh, I'll be darned, I forgot to call so-and-so. And then I say, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for showing me. I got it. I hear you. I no longer need this pain. I invite you to leave. Thank you. You may go. And I'm always so kind. I try to be so kind to that, whatever is going on in my body, because I know it's coming from spirit. It's coming from my higher self. It's coming from something that is trying to make me aware of a sickness, of a pain, of something I forgot, of an imbalance, of to keep a sickness from coming. So many people where we talk about these miraculous cures, people say they're magically cured from this or that. It's because we start to understand what that illness is trying to show us, and then being able to address it and to shift the energy around it. We bombard it with light, with love, and to shift the energy around it, we put our hands on it like Doris did, and we fill it with light and love, and we ask it for the information it's carrying. And when we have that, we can say, okay, I got you. You can go. And that last part is really important, because so many times we're like, oh, I got the message. All right, I need to call so-and-so. I totally forgot. All right, I got the message. And then we're like, well, dang it, my head still hurts, and now I still need to go get the Motrin, and I'm still gutting it out. And that's the part where we forget, where we say, you have my permission to leave. I release you. I let you go. I thank you. I release you. It makes such a big difference to be able to release these things from our body when we acknowledge and we appreciate and we give permission. And it may not be immediate, and sometimes it is. Sometimes it's literally like that. And other times it might take a minute. It might take an hour. You might wake up tomorrow and it's completely healed. Completely healed. I had somebody with a pain in the coccyx, and we did this meditation and we went through this, and they were like, oh my God, I have to do this thing. And the next day, the pain was completely gone. And he had been in pain in his coccyx for months. and it would get better and not get better. And it was just something he was not willing to see that he was sitting on instead of taking action on. He's like, oh, I need to get off my butt because I need to take action on this thing. But he didn't put, we don't put those two things together. We don't put together that pain in our body is actually trying to get us to do something else. It's not like, oh, I have pain in my body. I'm going to just sit here and put a Band-Aid on it or take a Motrin. There's something else the body is trying to get you to understand. Okay. Now, if you fell down and scraped your knee and you put a Band-Aid on it, okay. I mean, sometimes a rock is just a rock, and it's important to understand that too. But asking those questions make a humongous difference. So I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. I am so grateful always that someone feels that this is worthy of their time, and I'm so grateful to be able to step into your space and share some wisdom and guidance. And I thank you so much for being with me. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening. And as we're coming into 4th of July, I hope you have a wonderful and safe, socially protected 4th of July holiday weekend. So much love and light and healing light to all of you.